It's Tuesday and I'm back out on the Willoway docks. Let's take a walk through the docks. We got some great plants to look at. Just up here, look at these 7-gallon Taxus densiformis. These are gorgeous plants. You can see the guys are at it early. We got some paniculatas. We have daylilies on there that are gorgeous. Here we're looking at some salvias. A lot of gorgeous hydrangeas shipping up. Here we have some 7-gallon. These are blue muffin in 7s here. Look at the nice size of those. And next to them, we see some larger Japanese maples. Those are our 20-gallon blood goods. You can see here trees are starting to pick up, and we'll be putting more of those on inventory as we get through the season here. But be sure to check that inventory because we have some gorgeous plants shipping right now. Some 15-gallon green chimes. Those are landscape. We have some 2-gallon double knockout roses, bud and bloom. Beautiful looking landscape. All of the roses are looking great right now. Nice summer color. Got a few nice big orders of our 2-gallon euonymus. These are 2-gallon gaties. Spin over here. We're looking at some 2-gallon euonymus moonshadows. We have some 7-gallon. These are the emerald green arborvitaes. Nice shape, beautiful. The side of that order, just wanted to give you a peek. Look at that nice grade on those 2-gallon gaties. Here we're looking at some of our 7-gallon hydrangea trees. We have some limelights and others starting to come in. You can see they're just starting to bud out, so now's a great time to get them. We trimmed them so they're blooming now, and you see them in the yard. So great crop. Be sure to check those out. And then in the background there, we're looking at some 15-gallon blood goods. And here we're looking at some more of the potted trees coming in there. We got some great looking trees. Again, be sure to check that availability. And then also those green giants that we're looking at there are the 25 gallons. They're 7 to 8 foot. They're gorgeous. Well, the dock's busy. You can see here more stuff coming in. Great looking crop of these 3-gallon loose Rolo, and that's a really resilient plant, especially in commercial use. Next up here we have Wadilla Mai Monet, and you can see as we get through the summer here, they get that almost tricolor foliage to them, which is very interesting. Well, earlier I showed you the 2 gallons, and here we have 3-gallon double knockout roses. Again, the roses are looking fantastic. You can see here, bud and bloom. Here we're looking at the Itea Little Henry. And Itea is a fantastic plant for 3 seasons. You get the gorgeous spring flower, great looking type looking plant here, and then the fall color is stunning. Itea Little Henry. And you can see they're bringing in those 84-inch, 25-gallon green giants. Here we're looking at 3-gallon Cotinus. This is Winecraft Black. Check out the 3-gallon Ligustrum Victory. That's a great plant for color. It has a very fragrant bloom earlier in the season in the summer, but it's a very cool plant for great color in your landscape. Here we have our 3-gallon Annabelle hydrangea. We have several rotations on these. And I'm just going to come in here so you can see they're just starting to set bud in there. You see the little buds. So it's a good time to get them in so they'll color up either in the display or in your garden. 3-gallon Annabelle. The drift roses all summer long has just kept coloring up here. And you can see here the buds are just full on these 2-gallon. These are the drift reds, but all of the drift roses are like that. The rotations have done well. We've got some great budded plants here for you. Here we're looking at some phlox. These are the tall phlox. Of course, they're candy stores to the left and flame pearl purple on the right here. And you can see they're just loaded with flower buds. This one kind of blooms throughout the summer season. Got some great looking plants. Always a favorite with landscapers. And here we got Napodog. This one's Walker as well. We also have junior Walkers. You can see here, nice full plants loaded with buds. It's a hot new one from first edition. This one is flowerful. And we'll have more of these as the season progresses, but you can see here, this one keeps its nice, tight, compact habit and has lots of buds. Coreopsis is another summer blooming machine, and this is Coreopsis uptick yellow and red. Here we have several varieties of hosta coming up here. In the background there, we have salvia coming down. We have some astrantia. Here's some campanula. More of the coreopsis, and then these gorgeous creatures. Lots to choose from in the front. There's some liatras starting to show some color here. And then I think this is coreopsis of red. I think Dad's going to talk a little bit about that. In the background, we have some more buddleia. You know, that continues to shine this time of the year. Nice color. Here we have asters. This one is purple dome. You can see they're just loaded with buds. We have a few varieties of Nymphophia starting to show some color as well. One that Thad's going to talk about is anemone. You can see here they're starting to come up to the dock. They are loaded with buds. We have a few varieties of rudbeckia starting to look really good, and then also helenium. You know, and if you've not used helenium, that's a great summer fall color plant. How can you beat the size and value on these? These are lavender sensational. You know, we've seen them for a few weeks now, and they just continue to give. You know, they love this heat. They do great in containers, great in the landscape, and look at the amount of buds. You know, Syringa Boomerang Dark Purple, and we got some great looking plants, fresh crop of 3s here. You know, that one will go ahead and reset bud and bloom here shortly. The heat's got them slowed down. They've slowed down a little bit in the summer with heat. They reset bud in August and September, and you get another display of color. So Boomerang Dark Purple. Got a few of the echinacea that are just coming in here to the dock. This is Artisan Soft Orange. Look at the buds of bloom. Right here we're looking at Corydalis. They're coming in Echinacea Purpurea Magnus. Here we have, this is a new one. This one is Sunseeker Fuchsia. This is a new one to the line of Echinacea that we're doing. And then of course we have the Powwow Wildberry. Looking for a white for your Echinacea? This is Powwow White. So again, nice display of color on the Echinaceas. A lot of bud and bloom. Here we're looking at Duccia Chardonnay Pearls. You know, and this one has gorgeous pearl-like white flowers in the spring. But you know, it really lights up a darker spot in the garden with its foliage. Chardonnay Pearl. More paniculata hydrangeas. Here we got vanilla strawberry. And then over here we got firelight tidbit. A very popular spirea here. We're looking at double blade boozy. Look at the buds of bloom. Got a fresh, nice, tight crop of spilled wine lodgilla. Fantastic color on the Hackana lower grass. This one is all gold. Carpus gives you color in the summer and in the fall. Look at that gorgeous foliage on Ginger Lion Pleasantopus. Spirea, those are Big Bang, double plate Big Bang, I'm sorry. And then here we're looking at our 3-gallon. These are New Gen Independent. Several crops of these rotating through. These are 2 gallons for any plant. So here we're looking at our ferns. So these are great looking hostas. Good selection of ferns on inventory. Here we have variety. And don't forget your daylilies. Barberry is another plant that just keeps giving out throughout the season. And this one is Tangelo. Check out these 3-gallon Carl Foresters. Gorgeous. These just came in from Huron. Here we have our 5-gallon Palladinium Myri. Heavy, 24-inch plants. Fresh crop of grasses starting to come on here. These are gorgeous 3-gallon Cheyenne Skies. And these ferns are just coming into the dock here from Huron. Look at that gorgeous color in these autumn berries. Four great landscape-sized plants here. We're looking at our 7-gallon Hydrangea Petiolaris. And backing off here, we're looking at 7-gallon Taxus Hicksii. And then here we have some 7-gallon Syringa Mistletoe. All this gorgeous grasses coming in. I had a quick walk through the dock this morning. You know, the guys are still bringing in product, and we got a nice display of perennials, landscape-sized shrubs, trees, ready to go for your next shipment. Be sure to give it a sales team. Please, I hope I love the truck for you.